I've been by the game. I heard about the game thing.
Drink his Jack and Coke.
It was Jack and Coke.
Yes,
Have a Jack and Coke.
So tell us about the meeting Lemmy at the Rainbow story.
But I saw him and I did a triple take, and then I was like, oh my god.
I mean, the warts would give it away, right?
Well,
Go ahead. So you did a triple take, and you're like, oh.
And I was like, oh my god, I have a
the
shirt
chops
that
and
says
the
Lemmy for president.
Right.
With a photo of him
Aww.
and like the Iron Cross instead of stars, and
Right.
and he was like, where's that shirt? I was like, it's at my house. He's like, I've never seen that one. Oh, why have I never seen that shirt? That's a good one. Aww. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have that shirt on me right now, but you want to come home?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to go home with him. But I would want to just hang out with him. I would be like,
yes, of course, yeah.
I would want to, no, but I would probably just want to party with him.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Be like, I just party with him.
He was a ladies' man, though. He would turn on the charm.
No, it's just kind of that charisma.
Did he have that charisma? I don't know.
Yeah, he kind of had this. He had that thing about him that was just, but it was like this tenderness and the sweetness and like, but he had that air about him that, you know, it's like.
So, what's your favorite Motorhead song?
Love You Like a Reptile.
Ooh, okay.
That's a good
one. That's a baby.
Yeah.
Of course, Ace of Spades, though. I've always wanted to, like, if I was in a band, I'd want to cover that, but like a
Besides Ace of Spades, what's your favorite Motorhead?
Everyone loves Ace of
I
Spades.
don't have just one. Like, The Chase is Better Than the Catch is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Hellraiser, Lost Women Blues. Like, I love that so much. So.
Dogs.
Rough.
No, that's my favorite.
Oh, Dogs.
Yeah. No, there's a few. And I also like Iron Fist and
Iron Fist is good.
and Eat the Rich. But anyway, so who else? What other stars did you come across? No, let me.
I met Sebastian Bach. He was a dick.
Really?
He seems like he would be a dick.
Such a dick.
I saw
Jesse
him.
Camp. He was so sweet.
Oh my god!
He gave me a big hug and showed me his phone. It was New Year's Eve. I was working one night.
Oh
Okay,
my god,
wait,
Jesse Camp! I have the best story. Okay.
Okay.
So the night I met Joey Ramone,
Right.
I used to know this guy named George Tabb that was in this band called Furious George, and I went to see them at the Continental in New York City. And he's friends with Joey Ramone, and I didn't know he was going to be there or anything. And I went to see George, and then I look over, and there's Joey Ramone. I'm like, and you know, because how can you miss Joey Ramone?
Yeah.
And I just went up to him, and I was like,
he
hi, I'm like, Joey Ramone, you're my hero. And I just like threw my arms around him, and he was like, real.
He looked like Jim Morrison got fucked over.
You know,
in the grave,
just like just woke up dead. You know, and then I left, and I was like, oh my god, I met Joey Ramone. And I was with my friend Sean, and I walk out, and there's Jesse Camp is in the dumpster eating bagels, and he's like really high, and then he just starts vomiting everywhere, like this like projectile, and he's like, ugh! And I was like, Jesse Camp, I feel so. And then I just saw him doing like bagels and eat, and then starts vomiting, and I was like, oh my god, I just wanted to like go up and hug him, but then I would.
What did they put in those bagels?
Heroin, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, I don't know, but that was like the night I saw Jesse Camp, and.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a wild summer with Edward Furlong. I can't go into like full detail because my grandfather listens to this show, but we had a wild summer together, and I actually got to turn him down. And I grew up like loving him, and he wanted to sleep with me so bad, but I was like, no, we're friends. But like he introduced me to like different parts of life like I had never experienced, and he actually taught me how to parallel park.
That's the actor from Terminator 2. And,
yeah.
And the worst Crow sequel, Crow Wicked Prayer. But go ahead.
With Tara Reid.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's bad.
One point, we were like hammered running up Sunset trying to run from TMZ. It was a great summer, and he used to call me his masturbation material.
How sweet is that?
Right? He's like, hey, sweetheart, my masturbation material. Because I'd see him every
wow,
time.
that guy, what a, he knows what to say to the girls.
Him and his little Mickey Mouse shirt.
No wonder you didn't want to sleep with him.
Yeah. He wasn't John Connor anymore.
But I think that's nice. I mean, someone, like that meme that says you're someone's reason to masturbate, a friend of mine sent me that like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, that's nice. It's nice.
That is really nice. I got picked on in high school and called ugly, and everybody loved Furlong, and I'm like, now what?
Yeah.
And then the rumors started from people from high school that I was dating him because we had photos together. I'm just like, I'm not going to say shit.
Is that really something sweet to say? Is that I jerk off to you?
Well,
I would never say that to a woman.
If it came, I got picked on so bad in high school, I almost dropped out.
Right.
Because
if it comes from Edward Furlong, then yes.
And because everybody like obsessed over Edward Furlong, all the girls.
Really?
Yeah. So I was just like, what now?
Edward Furlong?
Yeah. I mean, he was
Terminator
hot.
2 was like a big deal.
Well, I know, but I didn't think it was like that big a heartthrob.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Him and his squeaky voice.
Like, watch that.
Yeah.
I thought he was. I think he's attractive.
Not now. He did too many drugs and really messed himself up, but he has a good heart.
I think no. Somebody I know that isn't he married to some woman? That...
He was married and they got a divorce and she's remarried. Then he got hooked up with that other crazy actress chick.
Well, speaking of actresses, but one that's not crazy, Diane Franklin, the star of Better Off Dead, and she says, "Hello, Hannah. This is Princess Joanna, wishing you a most excellent birthday from a fellow Aquarian."
Oh, thank you, and happy birthday to you too.
Because you recall she was in Bill and Ted as the princess, and that was her princess name.
So lovely.
She's so nice, and also Kacey TGirl sends her warmest hugs to Hannah.
Hugs to you too.
Yes. So anyway, but I was going to ask, what was your best and worst Valentine's since that's coming up?
I think my best Valentine's Day is coming up because we're doing an anti-Valentine's Day at a bar with a bunch of my awesome friends. I've never had a Valentine's Day date, ever.
Really?
I've gotten dumped like 4 years in a row.
I've gotten dumped before Valentine's Day, which was last year and this year. So. Assholes.
This year?
Yeah. Got dumped about a month ago.
Yeah, but that's not right before Valentine's Day.
Kinda.
Anyway, but tell us about you. No, dumped is like, and I've had this happen, like February 12th. Yeah, no, I don't want to see you anymore. We're not going out on Valentine's Day.
Okay, like February 10th, actually on my birthday last year, was the official dumping.
Well, that guy's a piece of shit, but anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like the lead singer of Anvil, but we're not going to get into it. But
I can say whatever you want. I don't give a flying fuck anymore.
Have you seen her ex-boyfriend? He looks like the lead singer of Anvil.
Oh my god, he really does.
He really does. So tell us, what are you?
When I was really young.
Huh?
I was really young when I kept getting like broken up with when I was like in high school, on like Valentine's Day, and then like I dated a guy and he came over and my mom made me get him a present and I was young, I was like 15 or 16 or something. My mom shouldn't be asking me to get presents for anybody. And I have this guy, his name was Brandon.
Right.
And he actually was in rehab with Gary Oldman.
Ooh, Gary Oldman.
Well, there you go.
There you go. When but how like
now that's a good that's an IMDb credit right there.
That's an IMDb. Right? And then he actually told me the story about Gary Oldman because it's not my story. I probably shouldn't tell it, but then I don't care, whatever. So
fuck Gary Oldman. Go ahead, say it.
Oh no, it's a good.
And
story.
I love Gary Oldman.
No,
go ahead.
Great. This would make you love him. So then when they were roommates, and Gary Oldman had this sweater, I guess, this cashmere like polo sweater, and he loved it. And he was like, I love that sweater so much, and you know, obviously Gary Oldman's like, fuck off. And then on Christmas Day, it was on his bed, and he was like, love Gary.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really nice. And then he would go to like Isabella Rossellini, he was dating Isabella.
Right.
So they would go eat together and stuff, and they were so kind to him. So I'm like, I love Gary Oldman. And
but what was your best Valentine's Day?
I don't think I've ever had one.
You've never had a Valentine's Day that was good?
I don't think so.
Okay, what was the worst?
I can tell you.
Well,
the thing is, when the guy got dumped.
Well, this is a real good line of questioning. I know.
Up. Well, I know because I'm just like, ugh. We don't have enough time on this podcast. But the guy, then I got him a present. It was boxer shorts that were like hearts on them, and I was like, Mom, I don't think I should get him. I don't know what's going on with him. And he came over and I gave him the present, and then he's like, I'm breaking up with you for somebody else.
Oh.
God,
and I was like,
did you take the boxers back?
No, and it's like he still kept them, and I'm like, you're such a turd. And then he found me on like MySpace and like stalked me and acted like a maniac, but he's married with children, and acted really, really crazy. Oh,
was he sending you pictures of him in the underwear?
Oh, well, that would have been something else.
Yeah,
like blackmail.
I would have. But he was so physically, he just lost all appeal, and even anyway, because after what you did to me, I'm like, do you think that you'd ever?
Yeah, that happens. That happens. We'll cry and be like, oh, we miss you. And then we'll get to that stage where we're just like, uh-oh.
I know, and I told you that I got 3 messages. It blocked my ex. 3 messages 2 days ago. 3 minutes long. I miss you so much. You're everything. You're the best. And I'm like, you were so terrible to me. And I'm like, why do you keep on being like, it's done. So it just doesn't make sense to me when they come back. When they come back and they're sweet and they're awesome, and there was like a misconnection the timing wasn't right, and they come back and it's the most amazing. It could be the most beautiful and amazing future, that could be awesome. But then there's some that come back and they're like, delete or Facebook block, and they're like, just go now.
Yeah,
because you can
go away.
But then there are some that come and it's.
Oh, so you've gone back with the exes. You've rekindled things.
I mean, no, but like there has been, connections with people that have been, very, very special.
Okay. Well, just like our friend Knife Sotelo, who says, who's the satanic rapper.
Oh, yeah.
Said,
he's awesome.
To Hannah, for most Satanists, our birthday is the most important festival in the world. It's a time to celebrate ourselves, the fact that we are here, that we have made it, that we have lived and learned. Despite the fact that some of us may not have wanted, or at least were not concretely orchestrated, we're ecstatic. Even if no one else is, that we're here. You should give yourself a pat on the back. Buy yourself whatever you like. Treat yourself like the queen or goddess that you are, and generally celebrate your day of incarnation with as much pomp and ceremony as possible. From East LA with love, Knifer.
Thank you, sweetheart. He's a nice guy.
Yes, and Lindsay Stidham, our former engineer, who has her own podcast, Welcome to the Clam Bake. Hannah's both sweet, cool, and helps run one of the most unique and entertaining podcasts around. Happy birthday, Hannah.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Clam Bake is a great name.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It's awesome. That's awesome name.
And Charlie Renegade of Renegade Radio says, Miss Hannah, the girl of dreams and the voice of sirens, but what you don't know is that she's a closet meat eater. Happy B-Day from the cast of Happy B-Day from the staff of Renegade and the girls at Band Babe.
Oh, thank you, Charlie.
Yes. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how sirenly my voice is today because I still got that cold.
You sound fine.
Right. And
I can't even tell.
Cyan St. James from Sanctuary LAX says, happy birthday, Hannah. I wish I was there to give out some sexy birthday spankings.
Ooh.
So.
They're welcome.
Yes. So, I was going to, I had so many things I was going to talk. So anyway, we were talking about the rainbow. We're talking about guys, and so you've got a big birthday celebration. You got all your friends coming,
and I'm very shocked of how many people are coming. I'm very, very blessed.
There were a lot of people came last year.
On a religious day to have so many wonderful friends and this being a part of the Dark Mark family. I'm just grateful. Thank you so much.
A lot. I mean, but a lot of people came last year too. And they come every year.
The whole entire rainbow sang happy birthday to me. I was just like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were all high too, but that's nothing else.
That's all, but...
Oh, Sebastian Bach, tell me that story. That's what I want to get back to.
Oh, I was working at the Rainbow one night, and it was New Year's Eve. I was coming downstairs. It was the same night at Jesse Camp. And he's standing there just, with his raspy old man voice, which is not the same anymore, with his little... Bratz doll looking ex-wife.
18 and life, dear God.
Bratz doll.
We are the youth gone wild.
No, and I was watching him, and a couple, people wanted autographs and photos, and he was being an asshole. He's like, no, I gotta get out of here. Like, dude, it takes 2 fucking seconds. You're in the spotlight. You're a celebrity. That's your fucking job.
I went to see Skid Row once a long time ago, and... there was 9 people there, maybe, but it was 4 girls. I remember in the corner, and they were just definitely off their prime.
This was post Bach, or are you still in there?
No, it was post Bach. It was at Club Life in New York City at about 2001.
Right, Phil Verone is in the band.
I don't remember. I remember he had on gold lame pants, and he still looked pretty hot.
Yeah.
And then he had, there was 3 women that were past their prime in little, and my friend just looks, he's like, metal sluts, oh yeah. I'm like, there's 3 of them.
Right.
He used to have so many. It's there's so.
3.
I was like, now he has 3.
You know what he's starting to look like now? Remember that woman that turned herself into the cat woman to please her husband?
Jocelyn Wildenstein.
Yeah, that's what he's starting to look like.
He's got that much plastic surgery?
I don't know what he did.
Wait, so now you're plastic surgery shaming.
No,
you know what?
She went too far, and she did that to please her asshole now ex.
I'm making I'm paying a point with all the shaming because.
Hey, I'm not shaming anybody. I just wanted an opinion.
There's a certain way where you go too far.
Yeah, if it makes you feel better about yourself, right. Why stop?
And don't do it for a fucking man. Don't do that. Don't change anything about yourself for a man.
Absolutely
do it for you.
And that's the thing is though.
Do it for a woman.
And then someone was saying. On that Facebook post or whatever, that they're you're shaming. It's shaming someone that's black or gay or something. That's the same thing as fat shaming. But then the other person was I guess in the feed was no, because you can't change being a woman, but you can change being overweight. And I'm like, you're not shaming. I think, and you know what? Whatever people are gonna do with their lives, it's their life.
Well,
they have to live it. Like, I've been on both sides of the spectrum, and it's like,
well,
I just feel better when I'm thinner. I just feel better. I can fit my clothes better. I can move easier. I can, like things, I just feel better in my body. So that's why I do it. I don't give a shit what anybody said. If I wanted to be 500 pounds and I felt really confident and delicious in my body and this is all me and this is suck my dick, I would do it. But I just don't feel, I started not feeling well.
Right.
And so I just made a